What's up, YouTube? It's Sion Ladon, and I am back with another video. And I think today's video is really going to be an eye-opener for a lot of us, because I know me personally, the topic that I'm going to be discussing today, something that, I am dealing with, and, I am working to change it. I'm rewriting my story. I'm changing the narrative, and all of us, are able to do the same thing. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever found yourself saying yes to something that you really want to say, fuck no? So, all right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this video. Make sure you don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my insightful content. So let me ask you a question. Do you ever find yourself saying yes to things that you want to say no to? Or let me ask it like this. Do you ever catch yourself saying yes to things when in reality you really want to say fuck no? Well, you might be a people pleaser. People pleasers struggle to set boundaries and struggle prioritizing their own needs over others, which can lead to feelings of resentment, exhaustion, and low self-worth. So now I'm going to explain a little more to you about people pleasing. That was just scratching the surface. People pleasing is when once again, people pleasing is prioritizing someone else's need over your own. People pleasers are often seen as helpful, kind, and agreeable. However, they may have trouble advocating for themselves and may have a harmful pattern of self-neglect or self-sacrifice. Seeking approval and validation from other people is a hallmark trait of people pleasing, of a people pleaser. This person wants assurance that they matter to the people around them. They don't look for validation from within. They look for it from outside. They seek it everywhere else but from within. They want to be recognized. A people pleaser wants to be recognized and accepted by everyone. For the most part, if a people pleaser feels well liked, they can relax and like themselves as well. A people pleaser may fear rejection or failure, which could possibly be rooted in early relationships. Perhaps a people pleaser had a parent whose love was conditional. As a child, the people pleaser probably had to earn their parents' love and or affection, or their parent was unavailable emotionally, or the parent's availability altogether was just inconsistent. And I just think, branching off of what I just said, I think that's why it's so important that we have, patience with ourselves. We have to be patient, because a lot of the things that we struggle with, a lot of the things that we go through, they were learned during childhood, or it stemmed from, childhood, that's such a hard R and R. Saying those two words back to back is a tongue twister. Fuck, what was I saying? Basically, a lot of the things that we struggle with today as adults was, learned and, was formed during our childhood and adolescent years. So it's going to take time for us to kill these habits. It's going to take time for you to change, or, to become the person that you want to be. It's going to take time to get out of your people-pleasing ways and, be more confident in who you are. Because people pleasing has been something that, has been ingrained in you since you were a child, something that you learned to do, as a response to your environment. So moving on. People pleasers may also need to please others for reasons that are related to their own insecurities, as well as the need to be liked. So in the mind of a people pleaser may think, if I stop pleasing everyone, if I stop pleasing others, everyone will abandon me, and I will be uncared for, and I will be unloved. Or if the people pleaser fears failure, the people pleaser may think, if I stop pleasing others, I will disappoint them. And if I disappoint them in return, that's going to have negative consequences, or it could possibly lead to punishment. So now you're probably wondering, what are some clear signs of people pleasing? What are some things that I may do that I don't do purposely, or that I don't do intentionally, but I do them? Basically, what are some examples of people pleasing that I may exhibit in my own day-to-day life? Well, let me give you some examples of some clear signs of people pleasing. Number one being poor boundaries. Poor boundaries is a number one clear sign of people pleasing. Number two, struggling to say no. It should not be hard for you to say no. If you don't really want to do something, if something doesn't feel right, if something doesn't feel comfortable, feel good for you, or if a decision doesn't feel right, Second, you should have the confidence to be able to say no. Thirdly, constantly apologizing. Constantly apologizing. Fuck that. No more apologies. We're living life unapologetically, okay? Next, seeking approval and a validation from others. We're not gonna be liked by everyone. That's just a fact. Not everyone's gonna like you. Not everyone's gonna care for you, and that's okay. That's life. We're not meant to be liked or loved by everyone. The only validation that should matter is the validation from yourself. Holding back your real feelings and worries in order to prevent from getting someone else upset. You should openly be able to express your fears and your worries. And if your fears and worries upset others, it's not your problem, it's their problem. And lastly, giving and giving and giving, hoping to receive some reciprocation, hoping that someone will reciprocate to you the affection, the love, and the attention that you desire, hoping that someone will reciprocate what you give out back to you. But I must say, the good news is that you can break free from the people pleaser's dilemma. You can break free from being a people pleaser. To begin with, it all starts with self-awareness. Self-awareness is so key in breaking free of the people pleaser's dilemma. Pay attention to your thoughts and feelings. Be more mindful, especially when you're saying yes to something that you really want to say no to, or when you're saying yes to something that you really don't want to do. You need to be mindful of your feelings and your thoughts at the time that you say yes. Acknowledge that it is okay to prioritize your own well-being, to put your needs before the needs of others. Learning how to identify your own needs is also important. You need to be able to identify your needs, know what your needs are, and know how to communicate them assertively and effectively. If you realize you're a people pleaser or just someone who has a hard time saying no, then what you can do is practice saying no in a polite and assertive way. And remember, you don't have to give explanations. You don't owe anyone an explanation for choosing or for prioritizing your needs over anyone else's. If the shoe was on the other foot, isn't that what they would do? Wouldn't they prioritize their own needs over yours? Setting boundaries is a sign of self-respect. It's not selfishness. It's a sign of self-respect, not selfishness. Remember that. So don't feel selfish when you're setting boundaries and when you're communicating your boundaries assertively. It's very critical that you surround yourself with people who are supportive, with people who respect you. And not only do they respect you, but they respect your boundaries and they encourage your authenticity. My friends, it is time. It is no time better than now to break free from the people pleaser's dilemma. It is no time better than now and at this moment to start living a life that aligns with your true desires. And I ask you, take a look at your life. Take a look at what you are saying yes to. Spend time with yourself and really discover what your needs are and what you want out of life and what your desires are. And if you think you are struggling with people pleasing, then I urge you to work on self-awareness, setting boundaries, and standing up for yourself a little more. Knowing who you are and what you value, will open the door to a better understanding of your beliefs, emotions, and needs. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on more insightful, empowering videos. All right, y'all, I'm out. And remember, stop people pleasing. Fuck them people. FTP, fuck them people. Or FPP, fuck people pleasing, okay? Some acronyms I just came up with off the top of my head for you to help you get through the week. All right, y'all.